Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, guys, to the podcast. So we are in February now, if you are listening to the podcast on a weekly basis. But today I'm going to be talking about body positivity versus body goals. So finding confidence at every stage. If you are not feeling confident at the minute, take yourself back to a time when you did feel confident. I know the time when I felt really confident, and this was before I had my son. My C-section wasn't there. My body was completely different. And sometimes we just yearn for that body, but we have to accept it as we go along. But I feel like now, especially with social media, we've got a lot of pressures of looking the best. And especially when we've got programs like Love Island, we are just looking at young people with extra slim bodies and imperfection. You don't really see that on TV. You don't actually see the daily life of a mum that's had an actual given birth and the belly's expanded. And because I think that's when you've carried a baby, that's when your body, I feel, really changes. And I never feel like it does actually go back. Never goes back. I don't know anyone that's gone back to 100%. There's always been some changes within the body. And that's fine. We have to accept that. And I've had to accept that, having been in my 20s, having a son. But you're so wrapped up in that baby bubble that you don't really think about your body. You think it'll just snap back. But what if it doesn't snap back? It's really hard. There is so many pressures now for us to bounce back. And we see people that have got into the genes, or there might be mums like me that just don't go back to that. And there is a lot of tension between that. You know, and there's a lot of tension between body positivity versus fitness, like going back into a gym when our body's not right. And it's hard because you see what you feel like you see in the mirror is completely different what you feel in your head. And I've struggled with that. I feel like the old me, but when I look in the mirror, I know that isn't the old me. My body has changed so much. I carry more body weight now than I've ever done. But it's all about change, and that's what I've been doing for this last month. I've just got my head down and I've been doing it, and I've got to do it for my own health going forwards. And how can you love your body while wanting to improve it? Well, we measure this by looking at maybe the scales, or looking at inches, or just feeling that your clothes are getting a bit lighter, not as tight. That's how I think we measure by other people telling us. But it is a process of losing weight. The first stone we don't always notice, people don't always notice, but like the next stone, and maybe like the next stone, if you're going in like looking at stones, you start to see your body shrinking and toning. And that's when we start to feel amazing and empowered, because other people are giving us compliments. And what are your experiences of your own body confidence? I know a lot of people that listen to this podcast, a lot of them are my friends as well. And I know we all struggle with how we look, how we feel, what clothes we wear. We wear clothes to hide our body. And what is body positivity for you? So it's accepting you, your size, how you feel, because it's really hard to hate on ourselves, because we criticize ourselves so much all the time. And if you're in a relationship, it's really hard because we can really hide behind baggy clothes. We might not feel confident with our partners anymore. It's just a cycle that we go through, and then we can come back to that cycle. I'm all about self-love, and it is the foundation for a healthier lifestyle, and it's not an excuse to avoid growth. And there is so many dangers around toxic body positivity, because people can be quick to judge us, might look at us and think, we're not fit because we're carrying extra weight. But people don't know us, how fit we are. You might have been a really fit person, you've gained a little bit of weight, you might have had an injury or a disability, you might have had a couple of children. Doesn't mean you're not fit, but I think we pull ourselves back because we're worried what other people will think about us. And I know so many people that say to me, I can't run on a treadmill, I can't go into a gym because people will look at me and say, well, you're big. And I'm like, but that's the whole point of going to the gym. People don't go to the gym. People don't join a gym if they feel amazing all the time about their body. I probably say about 80% of people that join the gym and that I've worked with want to lose weight. And I think the first thing is weight. I want to lose weight. I want to lose a couple of stone. I've got baby weight. I've had an injury. I've had an operation. I need to lose this weight for my joints, for my health. And some people just want it because they want to pull in a little bit. They might have something coming up. They might be going for a competition, might be doing bodybuilding, strength and conditioning. There's all different people that I used to work with, and they're all fitness. Might be a couple of athletes that I've worked with, and they're just doing it for fitness. And you'd be surprised that the athletes aren't always as fit as the people that have been previously doing the fitness and coming back after having a baby. Because everybody's different. The fitness style is different. You might be into high intensity work, so you've trained yourself up to do that. Or you might be into yoga, soft exercises. You might not be into boxing and picking up weights. That might not be for you. You will get fit in your own way. Don't feel like you have to do a certain exercise to lose the weight, because we all know that they'll say do a HIIT exercise and you're going to get 7-minute HIIT exercises and you're going to look like this. They're just gimmicks. They're just things that are put on social media for us to believe. But it takes time. We all know it takes time for fitness to see results, and it's so frustrating. I know this myself. It's frustrating because you want it to happen straight away. I want my body back what it was years ago, and I found an old picture and I put it on my social media and I put it on my fridge. It's there every time I look at it. I see me years ago, and I was probably about 5 stone lighter, and that's me. That's what I'm getting back to. Well, maybe not as much, but that's kind of like something to strive for. I know that's health and fitness. And I know I felt amazing that day on that picture, because you do, because I knew that I could go and fit into any clothes. And it's hard to get your head around it as you gain weight and your clothes get bigger. Then you get angry and cross and you think, I'm not buying them size clothes anymore. I'm done with that. My clothes styles have changed because I want to cover up like any lumps and bumps, because that's only natural that we would do that. But what are your body goals? So body goals don't have to mean weight loss. They can include feeling stronger and more energised, being able to run after your kids without feeling out of breath, healing hormonal imbalances, or regaining strength post-pregnancy, or improving mental well-being through movement. So setting realistic, empowering goals always is better than chasing that dream body when we are beginning, because if we look at a goal and we think, we say to ourselves, I know I'm not going to get like that in a month, but let's just start taking them steps to look at your health and wellness. Are your joints aching? Does your back ache? A lot of people sit at the desk, the back absolutely aches. People get pains up the back, on the shoulders. I get a lot of neck pain. I've had it for years. I've got fibromyalgia, and that can cause me so much trouble. And if I do in high impact sports, I know that it will trigger, and there are my consequences if I was to do that. Doesn't mean I'm not fit to do that, but I feel an overwhelming sense of fibromyalgia is like a dull ache. It comes in my jaw, in my neck, and I feel like an electric pulse going through my body, and it's just like a firing system. My body is just more on fire. And I think this has been caused through years of yo-yo dieting and fitness and having my son. And there's been so many different aspects to why I got fibromyalgia. I've been going for years to the doctors and asking them. I had injections in my neck, and I've been physio. So there's just so many different things that have contributed over the years to my body changing. And it's hard because we psychologically can't understand why we can't be. I always think, why can't I be 22 again when I just felt my bestest? But then I've got to remember I'm 40, I've had a child, I'm tired more, I work a lot, I've done 24 years hairdressing. My body aches. I get tired. There's no way I could work in a salon, in a busy salon, client after client. I couldn't do it. I used to feel like crying because when I'm blow drying people's hair, one after the other, my body just takes a hit. I get absolutely exhausted and then not going to want to go to the gym. That's why I get up now, do my exercises. Majority of the time, 95% of the time, would be in the morning because it's done then. I don't feel achy, so my body's warmed up. I feel more energised and I've kind of set the day off. And even if I've got a busy day, I will feel tired at the end of the day. I know how to manage pain now. I know how to look after my body. I know about self-care. I'll go and have a bath. I'll use a hot water bottle. Have some paracetamol. There'll be different things that I will do because I know when, especially like Christmas week, when you're extremely busy with working, I know I'm going to struggle. And it's like if I'm going on holiday the week before, I know I'm going to be busy. So I know that week I'm going to have to pull back. And even with my fitness, I pull back a little bit if I'm doing the weights, because if I'm doing a lot of weights, I know that I'm going to be aching. And I don't want that to stop me from reaching my goals. But the walking will be fine. Keep on with the cardiovascular. Even though I'm on my feet fit, it isn't really exercise. I'm active because I'm on my feet, but it isn't really exercise because I'm not burning, not breaking a sweat. And that's what we need to do to start moving things. I think we need to start exercising at a little bit of a higher intensity than you are working now. So it's just adapting what you're doing on a day-to-day basis and act. If you're going out with a pram, just walk faster, do a little jog, stop, do minute intervals. So interval training is really good. And like buggy fit, that's why they have things like buggy fit. Your pram, you don't have to go fast. You can do a little jog, get a little bit of a sweat on, go for a walk with your trainers on, make sure everything's nice and safe, and just go, join a group for prams. I used to love joining groups when I had my son. I tried to do as much as I can, and when he went to school, I missed all that because he went to school and then all the clubs ended. So try and embrace that if you have got a new baby. Not at school yet. Try and embrace these classes. I used to teach mother and baby class pre-lockdown, and then I was so upset when I had to cancel it. But I used to integrate core and boxing as well. Yeah, the children used to crawl and run around, but the women loved it. They absolutely loved it. Some had a child-free day and they said, "Can I still come?" Like, of course you can, because it's them. It's what they love to do, and there's no restrictions. Then it's so hard to go to the gym. If you want to go to the gym when you have a child, you can't unless you go into a gym with the facilities to look after your baby. But you don't always want to leave a newborn baby, so the only option you can do is do working out at home. And there's no excuses because there's bodyweight exercises. When you're allowed to exercise, that you can do. When we start exercising and looking after ourselves more, we need to start celebrating our non-scale victories, which is thinking, well, I've got more stamina now, I'm sleeping better, my mood's better, my clothing's better. So just listen to your body and find exercise and nutrition that feels good for you, because we don't realise you start to see different improvements. So when you start exercising, it's not just going to be visual straight away. You're just going to start, your bones are going to feel better. Your posture is going to be better. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel more tired. I know I feel more tired at night when I do workouts, which is good because it improves the quality of my sleep and it's going to regulate my hormones and my cortisol. So I'm not firing up all the time, so I need that sleep. So then you start looking at your diet, how you can improve your diet with your fitness. Don't try and do everything at once. It's really hard. Always look at the overall view of, improving your food. So don't shut yourself on a diet and then go into fitness because it's not going to work. It's just completely overwhelming. We last about 2 to 3 weeks and we're done. So it's just about making small changes every day. And that's what I've done. I've been doing a little bit of fasting. I've just been doing things that are a little bit different. I've cut out my sugars. I've been doing a little bit more on the treadmill. And just monitoring how I feel, been journaling. How do I feel today? I felt more tired. Well, if I'm feeling more tired, I just need to be careful that I'm not doing too much on my busy days. So it's just regulating my exercise and making sure that I'm eating the right foods, inflammatory foods, and I'm fueling myself. That reducing the sugar has been a thing for me, like cutting out any cereals, Diet Coke it's just been crazy. I've been living, I know it sounds boring, but I've been living on salads and avocado, scrambled egg, shakes, and it's worked. I've kind of stuck to the same food groups for the last couple of weeks, only because I've just tried to stay focused. I think, that's my way of doing it, and making sure I've got enough fibre. So I've been adding like chia seeds, linseed seeds. I've just been putting them into my shakes or into my salads. I think we can add different options into our food. So do have a look at what you can do to improve that. Look at foods that if you've got arthritis and fibromyalgia, you definitely need to have foods that sugar feeding foods, I feel, do trigger me more. So I do need to be careful. Do your research. There's so many free sites that you can go on to have a look. And in between all this, we are starting to create self-love practices that are going to support our goals, which aren't manifesting. We're going to be goal setting. We're going to be writing everything out. Always log everything. Because if we don't log, we can't reflect on what we're doing. Then actually, we can see where we're going wrong. If we're writing things down, I think I do this when I used to PT. I used to get people to do me a weekly food. So they would come for a consultation. I would ask them to do me a weekly food log. I said, be honest, even the children's leftovers, we've all done that on the plate, chicken nugget or two, let's put it in our mouths. But they're empty calories. I say, put them on. And then I would analyse their food plan, like what are you eating? And some people didn't eat until a certain time. Some people ate at 9 o'clock at night. It's way too late. So small meals throughout the day, just prep some peppers, some bits of salad, some cucumbers, tomatoes, mushrooms, that's another thing I've been having. Microwave some mushrooms, nothing on them. They taste absolutely beautiful. I might just have a few small bowls of mushrooms just to fill my tummy up a bit. Low GI foods, you just need to look at foods that haven't got anything that's grown and not been chemically made or added sugars in a packet. We all know that's going to be good for us. Anything else, even though it says it on the packet, we don't really know. We're going to add our sugars and the salts, and we need to look at our cholesterol. And if your cholesterol's high, then we've got an even bigger problem, because then we need to then sort out our cholesterol, and your blood pressure might be high as well. So then we need to look at salts and all, foods and other things so it's just improving everything. I think it's important that we just be honest with ourselves, write everything down. Do we smoke? Do we drink? Do we exercise? What can we do? What do you want? What do you think you can sacrifice to get you going a little bit? So here is a 3-step body appreciation practice. So number 1, name one thing your body did for you today. Did it carry your child? Help you through a busy day? Just think about what your body has done for you. Mine has worked. It's been on the treadmill. We do batter our bodies, but then we need to look at what our bodies are actually doing throughout the day. How is it functioning, and have we got any pain? So start writing that down and find one thing you like about yourself, even if it's not physical. It might just be your personality. And number 3, do one small act of self-care. Might be stretching, drinking water, just doing something for you. We need progress over perfection, because we are already worthy, and any improvements to our lives are bonuses, and we can build that up with our families. And I do feel getting our families involved is a big key. My husband is on board with what I do, and we're eating completely different foods. And the other day I was doing my workout. He did the school run, came home with a bunch of flowers, and that absolutely boosted my day, because I thought, really appreciated that. And he loves me for who I am. He has never told me to lose weight or anything. He's like, you're just amazing for me. Like, you're just my perfect person. But I want you to feel good and feel comfortable. I don't want you to hide and feel, like you dread going on a holiday or wearing certain clothes. So that's good when you've got somebody giving you that push. But no, not everybody's got that at home. You might have the complete opposite. So I'm going to offer you 10 top tips for body positivity and confidence at every stage. So number 1, focus on what your body can do, not just on how it looks, because your body's incredible. It has carried babies, overcome challenges, and keeps you going every day. So celebrate what it does for you, not just how it looks. Number 2, you might want to ditch the scales and just measure your progress differently. Instead of obsessing over numbers, track energy levels, your strength, how your clothes fit, or how you feel overall. Number 3, surround yourself with positive influences. Follow body positive and realistic fitness accounts. Especially, we are on social media all the time, and all we see is the opposite. So unfollow anything that makes you feel bad about yourself. This is really important, because we can just feel awful if we keep watching that person, because some people influence things that aren't really correct, and we think they are. Immediately, it's so different behind the scenes. And number 4, wear clothes that make you feel good now. Don't wait until you lose weight to buy clothes you love. Dress for the body you have today and feel confident in the present. So it's really important that we do maybe get some new clothes. They don't have to be tight clothes, but sometimes, especially when you've had a baby, we can just wear old holy clothes, postpartum clothes. I wore my breastfeeding bra for quite a while. I loved it. It was comfy, but I ended up wearing boring, comfy bras, and I still kind of do in a way because I just can't stand underwire. No, I don't want to wear really hard underwire bras. I think my breasts have changed since I breastfed. I still can wear like nice, softer t-shirt type bras, which I feel really comfortable in because I'm not really going out a lot. I'm at home working. As long as it's comfortable and it protects my bust, then I think we can still look pretty and feel pretty. We always feel nice when we've got nice underwear and we do upgrades for nightwear. I did that quite a while ago, and just wearing different things. I'm just wearing some new sandals, some new shoes, because it's so easy to put ourselves second because the focus is always on our children, not us. But I know we need to feel like yummy mummies sometimes, and I do feel good when I go out and have my hair done, my sunglasses on, and I've got my nails done, because it just makes a complete different. I feel like I've made an effort to me and I've shown up for me as well. Number 5, change negative self-talk to self-love. Catch yourself when you say, I hate my arms, or I need to lose weight, and reframe it as, my arms are strong, or I am taking care of myself. This is really important because we all do it. We look at certain parts of our body and say, I hate that. It just looks horrible. But we've got functions, our body functions, and we can work on these aspects. And number 6, my favourite, practice gratitude for your body. So every day, name one thing your body has done for you. Maybe it allowed you to dance with your kids, lift heavy shopping bags, or just simply get out of bed. So it's just looking at a holistic side of your body and what it does for you. Because if all women forgot about all the things that we hated, we'd probably love ourselves more, and we would spread this positivity so much online. People would just embrace it. And number 7, set non-weight related goals. So instead of aiming to lose 10 pounds, try, I want to run after my kids without getting tired. I want to feel strong, lifting my shopping bags. I want to sleep better and wake up feeling refreshed. We could be doing the working out in the background, but let's just appreciate us and that we are alive and we can do the things that we can do. Number 8, move for joy, not punishment. Find workouts that you actually enjoy, like dance. I love doing dance online, yoga, walking, strength training. Exercises should feel like self-care, not a chore. If you hate exercise, you probably won't carry on doing it. You'll probably quit. And number 9, nourish your body instead of restricting it. So instead of focusing what you can't eat, shift to what you can eat. More water, proteins, greens and foods that make you feel good. So you might be quite restricted to what you eat, but trying something new. I'd say give yourself a 10-day challenge. Think of 10 foods that you would like to try or you've never ever tried and you'd like to incorporate. Healthy foods, good fats, lots of different there's so many different vegetables and fruits that we can try, but we always stick to the same foods anyway. It's just what we do. So that would be a good one. Give yourself a goal of doing that. And number 10, remember, confidence comes from how you feel, not just how you look. Confidence isn't about having the perfect body. It is about how you carry yourself, how you speak to yourself, and how you take care of yourself. So let's give ourselves a little challenge today. So I ask you to share one thing you love about your body. It can either be on social media or in your journal. And I want you to take one small action, whether it's wearing an outfit that you love, doing a workout that feels good, or saying a positive affirmation in the mirror. And remind yourself you are already worthy right now as you are. If you do an affirmation, send it me. I'd love to see it, because we need to put it on your social media, tag this episode and put your affirmation on there, and let's spread, and I'll reshare it onto my social media. We need to spread the love. This podcast is busy mums majority, and we all love manifesting, parenting, and parenting comes with our body, how we feel. We have to show up. When we're parents and we go to clubs, we have to be present with our children, And we look at other parents and we look at them, and if you didn't look at other body types, then you wouldn't be human, because we always criticise. But you don't know what's going on in that person's mind. They might look at you and think they look absolutely amazing. We might think the opposite. So we shouldn't judge a person on what they look like, because everybody's going through it. I guarantee people might be in chronic pain and really struggle to exercise. A lot of people yearn and feel like it's a little bit of a bereavement process. I've felt this before with my body, but I'm happy. I've got my business, I've got my home, I've got my husband, I've got an amazing parents. I've got everything more than just having the perfect body. So how can I not be grateful for those things? That is why I advocate for gratitude. My diary, just writing everything down on a daily basis. Because I might be feeling rubbish about me sometimes, or my body. But then I write down, what am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for my home, for my clients, for my business, for getting some flowers, for just seeing a friend on that day. And then when we look at it on an overall like that, we think, why are we worried about ourselves? You might want to lose just weight for your body, for your health. And our health goals are important. When it comes down to health, and we have to do it for a health goal and something that, maybe our doctors have asked us to do, or you might be a diabetic and you have to make sure you're regulating your body. We have to set some firm boundaries, and we have to stick to those, especially when you are on medication. But it doesn't have to be horrible. We can be happy. We can make this fun. We can bring manifesting into it. We can manifest our best life. We can manifest our best health and our best body. And our mindset, we can change that completely overnight. So let me know how you get on with that. I'd love to see some posts. And don't forget to, if you are not subscribed to this podcast as well, you're just listening to it, please subscribe. Let me know where you're listening from. And I'd love for you to share this episode or the whole podcast with your friends. And that's it from me today. And I will keep you updated next week on my progress as well. And have a great week. And I will speak to you all later. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you feel inspired to take action and manifest the life you deserve. Don't forget to come and join me over on social media and Instagram at Busy Mums Fitness Corner for more tips, motivation and behind the scenes. And also be sure to check out my books on Amazon. They're designed to help you manifest your dreams and grow. And if you're ready to take the next step and work with me, you can head over to my Linktree for all the details. Let's make magic happen together. So until next time, keep manifesting and stay amazing.